Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about electronic cash. So, a cryptographic technique called digital signature is used to perform secure e-cash transaction. This technique makes use of two keys. One is public key, another one is private key. So, both the public and private keys used are numeric keys that are basically very large prime numbers. When a message is being transmitted, it is encoded into cipher format by using private key, decoded into plain text message by using public key. Already we know about this cryptography, we have discussed it. The private key is kept secret, whereas public key is known to everyone. So with the help of this public key and private key, we can transmit the data from one place to another place. Next, bank gives the public key to all customers and allows them to decode the message that was encoded using the private key. Okay. Next, so purchasing digital cash. How to purchase the digital cash in the sense? So first we have to create an account. You have to create an account, and then we need to maintain sufficient funds in the account. So many users prefer to buy e-cash using paper cash because they do not process any bank account, or they want to preserve their anonymity. So here many users prefer to buy e-cash using paper cash. So మనకి ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే once we deposit the cash into a bank, and we'll have the vouchers or all the things that is considered as e-cash. For example, if you join in any MNC companies, they'll give you some coupons. Those coupons are is equal to the cash. Okay, so we can use those coupons at the time of any purchase and all, whatever you want to do. Sodexo coupons and all the things are considered as this e-cash. So the primary prerequisite of purchasing e-cash from any online bank is to create an account with currency server. E-cash must be present in multiple currencies that are supported by different financial institutions in order to gain global privileges. If this is made possible, then a person residing in one country can purchase an e-cash token from a person residing in another country to perform the exchange of transactions locally. So whatever we can do with that exchange offers, and we can exchange the cash with the help of this e-cash. So here what are the steps for purchasing e-cash in the sense? Creating an account with central online bank or currency server by filling the registration form. A series of random numbers are generated using e-cash software, which can be used as digital note. Before transmitting the note to the customer, the bank signs the note digitally for the requested amount by issuing its secret key. So this digital signature specifies that the bank is responsible for representing the face value of the note. So the bank has to represent, that has to take care of all the transactions. So digital signature is very secure to use, since neither the buyer or nor the seller can swindle that signature. Swindling in the sense, they can modify the signature. By applying digital signature method, the following types of protection can be achieved. Bank is protected against any counterfeit. Sellers are protected against situations wherein legal digital note is rejected. Buyers are protected against fake charges. So these are the advantages whatever we have with purchasing e-cash. Instead of paper cash, we can go with e-cash, and it is very secure, so we can go with e-cash. So the second option is what we have is, instead of e-cash, we will have e-checks. So electronic check is another form of electronic payment system. These checks are preferred when a customer is willing to make payment without using paper cash. The e-cash system is generally an electronic implementation of paper check system. It is equal to that e-checks. These checks make use of digital signature for signing and endorsing and use digital certificates to authenticate the buyer. So with the help of these digital certificates, we can authenticate the buyers whether he is a valid buyer or not. Next, the buyer's financial institutions and the buyer's account. Digital signature authentication is provided by using public key cryptography. So this is a simple format of electronic cash. The same question, same page it is this. Online services provided by electronic checks are as follows. The seller to verify if the buyer has sufficient funds, improved security at each step of transaction, and before using e-check, the purchaser must register himself with the billing server, and depending on billing server, the registration process may differ in a way that some account server requires a credit card or debit card to prove one's identity, or we need a bank account. After registration process is completed, a buyer can purchase any product or service by contacting a seller. After purchasing has been done, purchasers send the details along with the e-check information to seller, which presents it to the accounting server for verification. So whatever the things which are sent by the seller, they will be verified, and once the check is deposited in the bank, the payer identity is authenticated and the balance in the account is checked, whether he is having valid amount or sufficient amount in the bank or not. So what it will check? Payer name, bank's name, account number of payer, and payee's name and account to be paid. So it will see all these 5 details. So who is going to pay? The payer's name and the bank name. So payer's bank, what is the account number of payer, and to whom we have to deposit or to whom we have to pay that cash, and to which account the amount to be deposited. So all these things can be revised with the help of this electronic check, and they will be verified with that accounting server. So all these things will be verified, and it is very secure, just like eCash. E-checks are also valid for online transactions, whatever you want to do. At last, here you have electronic fund transfer. Already we know about this electronic fund transfer. What are the different ways to transfer the funds electronically? So here we have some advantages. Whatever we have, electronic payment media can be grouped into 3 types of, depends on the transactions: banking transactions and retail payment and online e-commerce payment. So in these 3 areas we can see this electronic fund transfer. So let's go to this banking and financial payment, large scale payment, small scale payment, and home banking. Large scale payment in the sense, bank to bank transaction is a good example for this kind of payment, where the funds flow from one bank to another bank instantly. So small scale payment in the sense, ATM and cash dispensaries or small scale payment. And home banking in the sense, it is classified into 3 types. Basic services include personal finance services, intermediate services include financial management, advanced services include trading services. So all these things can be achieved with the help of this electronic fund transfer. We can transfer the funds from our account to different accounts for these purposes. Under retail payment, we can go with credit card payment or debit card payment or charge card payment. So there are 3 types of payments whatever we have. Credit cards. If a customer purchases any product or service using credit card, then the card details can be transferred to the service provider, and then the credit card company processes the transaction. Debit payment. In this, the customer pays an advance for enjoying the privileges of information to be retrieved. Example of such payment system is electronic purchases, electronic purchase. So మనకి డెబిట్ కార్డ్ పేమెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. డెబిట్ పేమెంట్స్ మనం ముందే అడ్వాన్స్ పేమెంట్ చేస్తాం డెబిట్ కార్డ్ నుంచి. సో విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ద అమౌంట్ విల్ బి డిడక్టెడ్. చార్జ్ కార్డ్ పేమెంట్. సో ఇన్ దిస్ it is a way of getting a short term loan for a purchase. It is similar to credit card, except that the customer make an agreement with a financial institution that will pay some fixed charges to it each month. Example of charge card payment includes American Express. American Express cards, Bajaj Electronic cards, all these cards are comes under charge card payment. Next, third point will be online e-commerce payment. We'll have online payments with the help of token based payment or credit card based payment. So under token we'll have e-cash kani, e-check kani, smart cards kani, whatever we want to use, we can use them for token based payment system. And for credit card based payment system, here also we'll have a plain credit card payment system or encrypted credit card payment system. So we'll have two types of credit cards, and all the online transactions will be performed either using credit cards or debit cards. So this is a simple example for electronic fund transfer. Under financial payments we'll have large scale, small scale and home banking. Under retail we'll have credit payment, debit payment and charge card. And online payments will have all the things. So once you see the diagram, then everything will be easy for you to understand. See, all these things are generalized topics, generalized payments, whatever we do regularly in our day-to-day life. So once you go through with this question and advantages and risks, okay, advantages we'll see it in the next class, Nana. Okay.